Update. Wife, 38F, is convinced that she is pregnant, even though that every pregnancy test, store-bought and medical, comes back negative. It's taking a toll on our marriage, because she thinks I'm going to abandon her and our twins. I'm a schizophrenic and I just want to say that once the doctors narrow down possibilities and diagnose her with something, she can then get treatment. I was involuntarily committed. Twice actually, and those times I was so out of my mind that I don't even remember it once I was medicated. But according to my relatives I was a woman possessed. So angry and threatening them, only to be weeping seconds later and begging them to not let them take me. I've apologized to them many times since about what I put them through, but it's hardly something I wish to happen, and they understand that. I'm sure once she is treated and somewhat stable she will understand why you did what you did. She might not forgive you at first, and she may pull away from you and others because it feels absolutely humiliating at first that you were so out of it. You had to be sectioned. It may take some time, but you absolutely did the best thing for her and yourself. Also, a schizophrenic chiming in. Was involuntarily committed twice, and it saved my life. And despite resenting and lashing out at the people responsible at the time, now I will be forever grateful to them. You are doing something very responsible for your wife's well-being despite it tearing you apart. And that takes an immeasurable amount of love and courage. Kudos to you. Stay strong. You're a good person. My mom's schizophrenic and now back on her meds. She had a breakdown about a month ago due to the stress of a wedding. Now she's back home medicated, but seems like a shell of herself. Even though she's timid, it's better than being violent/suicidal. Hey, just wanted to say you can strong through this. My mom was in the same boat and it really fucked me up, because I was really too young back then to understand what was wrong with her. If they are already in treatment, things will get better. You got this. I'm sorry you had to go through all of that as a child. It really isn't fair. I hope you and your mom are doing okay now. Thank you. Yes, we are. I still carry that trauma with me, but she's been alright for almost 15 years now. She had this affective schizophrenia, I think, is what it's called, that really is expected to come up only once. Both her parents died in the span of 3 days of different causes when I was 9. Her brother died of brain cancer only 2 years prior. It was just too much on her. She ended up having this episode when I was 11, and it took a whole year until she was taken care of, and then was gone for treatment for like 9 months with intense aftercare and therapy. She still struggles with some things, concentration and reading for example, but she hasn't had any relapses whatsoever. Dude, what you did is so incredibly fucking hard, but it was the right decision. You tried everything. Doctors, kindness, everything. This is not a normal don't snoop in your partner's stuff circumstance. Your wife is having an actual, legitimate health crisis. She cannot act in her own best interest right now, but god damn it, you can, and you did. It may take a longer time for both of you to see it completely, but she needed immediate and intensive psychiatric treatment. Yup. We are so proud of you for doing something so hard for your wife. She may resent you now, but when she gets better she'll understand. She cannot comprehend that what you are doing is saving her. We are all rooting for you and your wife's recovery opus. Hang in there. As someone who worked in mental health a lot with women who are suicidal and a danger to themselves, it's a thankless job that is medically necessary. You are doing everything correctly and legally by the book. Keep it up. You are right in all the steps you took. It may feel awful, but this is what is necessary, and also how you are supposed to deal with a situation like this. I was actually on the other side of this myself a long time ago. I was suicidal and involuntarily committed for about 5 days, and I'm incredibly grateful everyone cared enough to do it, and I'm now happy. So it does actually work out. I have no advice. Just wanted to say your wife is so lucky to have you. You did the right thing. I just want to add, so you're aware, because no one told me this, her inpatient time is about finding the right medicine under close watch. They'll start the basics of treatment if she's able, but treatment will mostly come in the outpatient phase. Things may get worse before they get better as they try out different meds. Hang in there. You don't need this now, but maybe in a year you might want to read My Lovely Wife in the Psych Ward by Mark Lukács. It really helped me to hear from another spouse that had been through this. She's gonna be focused on herself for a long time. You likely won't get the appreciation from her that you feel you deserve. Don't blame her for that. Stay strong and hope for the best. Mental illness is much more treatable these days. Hey, I really enjoyed that book too. I also have a spouse who suffers from mental illness and had a psychotic break. It does help to know we are not alone. As the so with mental health issues, I cannot stress how amazing it is to have an so that is supportive. So I have to say thank you to both of you and everyone who finds themselves in this kind of relationship. It's not easy for anyone in that situation. The so or the one with mental health problems. Big shout out to Op for sticking by their wife. Like I said, mental health issues suck for all involved. But support can go so far for both people. You need to have a support system to help you get through this. Have contacted her family for help. I contacted her sister. Her parents are estranged. She is coming down to help us. Why estranged? Could this impaired relationship be feeding into why she is reacting this way? Might. They were terribly Catholic helicopter parents. Disproved of my relationship with her. Too long of a story.